I hope you all are doing well and studying extremely hard for the upcoming CA Foundation exams. I think the last few months has been a lot of work from the time that we've begun. I think we've reached a stage where you need to collect yourself extremely well, revise, re-revise, practice whatever has been done so that the eventual effects can be seen within the exam. So I keep getting a lot of questions from a lot of you all in the batch. So how many hours of work should we be putting in each day? How should we be studying our subjects? Should we take in one subject a day, 2 subjects a day, 4 subjects a day? So I want to just spend very quickly a couple of minutes on giving you some inputs on how you should be studying. I think you need to put in a minimum of 6 hours to 8 hours of effective study every day. I think we're in mid-October now with very little time left, and try and just increase that to 10 and eventually maybe 12 hours of study each day. Secondly, whether to study one subject or a mix of subjects is the next question that a lot of students have. I think if you study a mix of subjects, I think you will be able to kill monotony faster, because if you just study one subject for 6 hours or 8 hours a day, it becomes, you start getting inefficient. So my recommendation to you would be to at least study 2 subjects a day. Take one practical subject, take one theory subject, and that's the way you break it up. So let's say if mornings is fresh with you, it's good time to do theory, and maybe in the second half you could do numbers or whatever really works for you, but try and take in a combination of at least 2 subjects a day. Once you've practiced adequately all the 4 subjects like that, then it's very important for you to prepare on how are you going to be studying the one day before the exam. Okay, I think one of the biggest challenges that CA students face is that while they've studied the subject extremely well, when it comes to collecting yourself one day before the exam, that becomes a very, very big challenge. So the second level of preparation that you need to do is, if you have to do the subject in 1 day or 1.5 days, how is it that you're going to study? What are the questions that you're going to look at? What are the concepts that you're going to look at? Yeah, what are the things that you can skip? What are the things that you need to collect? I think that's extremely important. So the second level of preparation that you need to do is, how are you going to plan your study within 1.5 days? All right. So 2-3 quick things. Like I said, number one is try and at least study 2 subjects a day. You may even increase the number of subjects as per your convenience. Put in about 8 to 10 hours of work each day effectively. Number 3 is, after you've studied your 2 to 3 subjects a day and finished syllabus, then start taking one subject at a time and learn how to prepare it in 1.5 days time span. How important is it to take breaks? Very, very important. I think you have to learn to unwind. That's what's going to keep you fresh throughout the next 15-20 days of time that you've got left. Unwinding doesn't mean playing on the phone. Unwinding doesn't mean watching a television. I don't even recommend that you read other books, because it's going to tire you out. Go for a walk, listen to some music, do anything that relaxes your mind, but take regular breaks. Okay, so let's say if you decide to study for 12 hours a day, you divide your day in equal parts of 3 hours. Every 3 hours that you've studied, take a half-an-hour nap, take a half-an-hour break, then put in the next 3 hours. That's the way you'll be able to cultivate a lot of balance in the way you really study. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to delve a little deep into the accounts paper. Okay, and I'm going to give you some last-minute tips on how you can crack the accounts paper very well. You will also receive similar videos for the other subjects like economics, law, and maths. I'll talk for my paper right now. Listen to it, and I hope that this is going to give you all the last-minute information that you really need. Thank you.